everything else will fall into its proper place.
There's nothing that a mother resonates to more than the story of the 2,000 Stripling warriors.
The Stripling warriors talk about the faith of their mothers, but I don't see mothers or fathers, for that matter, sitting down and talking to them in a nice, defined lesson about faith.
It's what we hope for all of our children, that they will somehow learn faith from us.
That kind of faith can only be truly instilled, I believe, by the way a person lives.
It's important to tell them. Of course, it's important to use words and to explain and to give them an opportunity to talk. But none of that is as important as who you are. And those mothers were individually and undeniably righteous.
And when we look at the parents of the Stripling warriors, they talk about making a covenant.
They were part of the people who had covenanted to bury their weapons and never fight again as they repented and came unto Christ.
They had such remarkable faith, these young men, that Helaman is strengthened by them. And I think, again, that tells you just how strong those teachings were, that not only does it affect those that directly receive them, but through their actions, the young men's actions, they influence a great church and military leader. It's living the covenant, not just talking about faith, that made the difference.
They're infused with testimony. They're infused with loyalty to the Lord in ways that you and I see from time to time. But there were 2,000 of them.
Helaman called them his sons. Just using those words, I think, help you to see the context in which they had lived, that he would refer to them as his sons rather than his warriors.
There is no substitute for a righteous mother, and no end to the influence that a righteous mother will have not only on her immediate posterity, but generations and generations following.
They fought the largest army of the Lamanites and frightened them into surrender. First thing Helaman does is go to count the dead in his army of Stripling warriors, and there weren't any. And the boys explained to Helaman, our mothers promised us if we were faithful, we would be saved.
One of the principles that the 2,000 Stripling warriors learned from their mothers is that we should not take counsel from our fears.
Second battle, the same thing happens. Helaman rushes out to count the dead, and there's a good many that should have been dead, but for their mothers.